Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast on this Friday. We made it to the end of the work week on a cold week with temperatures yesterday in the mid to upper 20s. We're getting colder today in the low to mid 20s for the area with cloudy skies. And we're going to maybe sneak in a little bit of late day sun, but not much. A little bit better chance of sun tomorrow, especially in the morning before the clouds increase again, as temperatures are going to be pretty similar. Now, depending on how quickly the clouds do increase, will certainly depend on how warm we're able to get, maybe stuck in the upper teens if clouds are increasing quicker. But regardless, it is going to be a frigid morning. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Meanwhile, winds over these next 2 days are expected to be a little bit breezy today, not quite as bad tomorrow. So with similar highs, it'll feel a little bit nicer tomorrow compared to today. It's still going to be cold. And then taking a look at those wind chill values for this afternoon. Single digits and teens across the area at 3 p.m. with those wind gusts around 25 miles per hour. And then as the winds weaken during the evening hours, still might have a little bit of a breeze by 9 o'clock, so that will send those wind chills down below zero. But then, of course, as temperatures continue to fall, winds will be lighter. We kind of stay steady for the rest of the night. By tomorrow morning, this model generally has most spots in that 5 below to 10 below range. There is still that small chance 10 below to 15 below is possible. Now, keep in mind that a cold weather advisory is issued here in northeast Kansas. That it's not necessarily true in other parts of the country, but here in northeast Kansas, if there's a cold weather advisory, that means there's a higher probability of wind chills getting down to or getting colder than 15 below zero. So keep that in mind as we go throughout the day today. If a cold weather advisory is issued in your area, National Weather Service has generally high confidence that wind chills may drop to 15 degrees below zero or colder. I don't think that's going to happen, but just something to watch out for. And then as the day progresses tomorrow, with similar highs, you'll notice that temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer for those wind chills in the teens and low 20s with lighter winds compared to today. In the evening, mid-teens by 8 p.m. There's not going to be much of a cool down from Saturday afternoon to Saturday night. Maybe about 5 to 7 degrees, but it's not going to be a huge cool down. As far as snow is concerned, we're still keeping an eye on the chance for a few flurries at any point in time today. Most of the snow will stay west of Highway 81, or at least west of Manhattan. It's not a great chance the farther to the east you go with any flurries. And then as we head into tonight, the clouds clear out. Increasing clouds for tomorrow from west to east. And then you'll notice that the majority of the snow will stay up to our north on Saturday night. There's a chance some of the energy may make its way into our area as well. It's not going to be a lot. And then we'll have a little bit of a mix of sun and clouds through the day on Sunday. But as far as the snow is concerned, between today and then Saturday night, we're talking about a dusting for most areas. Maybe up to an inch. That would be worst case scenario. I'm not overly concerned about it. I'm also really not overly concerned about anything next week either. I did remove that chance Tuesday night. There's still a chance, but most models do have us dry now. And for the most part, we're in the 40s next week. I did increase our temperatures just a little bit for highs next week. Of course, given the fact that we're going to start to melt some of that leftover snow starting Sunday, on the first day of February with a high of 38 and getting back above freezing, that'll help. And then each day, getting less and less snowfall during the day. Lows, low 20s, that's about seasonal, not too bad. Nothing like the 2 below we're going to have tonight. All right, so here's a look at precipitation. It's not much. That's why with any snow, it's going to be very difficult for accumulating snow to get too much, really over an inch. Trace to 1 inch through the weekend. Starts to show a little bit of 1 to 2 inches. European model still wants to indicate at least a little bit of snow in some areas during that Tuesday night time frame, where maybe 1 to 2 inches total, closer to an inch. And then for next weekend, nothing additional. Most of the heavier snow in southern Missouri. All right, let's take a look at the GFS. A trace to 1 inch for most areas, maybe a sliver of 1 to 2 inches, again closer to 1 inch in north central Kansas. For next work week, nothing additional as far as additional snow, and then not much next weekend. Heaviest snow up to the north, so it's not even producing heavy snow in Missouri. like the European model had. So quite a bit of differences in the overall weather pattern next week. I still think it'll be overall warmer, but there's a little bit of a spread in our computer models on how warm, or slightly below average, possibly. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. But regardless, we are in for a probability of above average temperatures for the most part during the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlook, and probability below average as far as precipitation is concerned, 6 to 10 day outlook, but equal chances of drier than normal, wetter than normal in the 8 to 14 day and the 3 to 4 week outlook. So here's a look at it one more time. Frigid today, tonight, tomorrow. Still cold Saturday night, and then we're pretty much staying steady with near seasonal temperatures starting on Sunday for the first day of February. Just keep in mind that these temperatures are subject to change based on how the snowpack still has an influence on temperatures, and the less and less snowpack we get, the potentially warmer we will be. And there's also a little bit differences in the long-range models on one of the computer models bringing in some colder air towards the end of the week, while the other two have it staying relatively milder. So that could also be subject to change based on that. In the meantime, have a great day, stay warm, have a great weekend.